Today I fucked up by throwing hot coffee over my husband, causing him to trap his genitals in the kitchen table. So this happened 2 days ago and my husband and I still haven't spoken about it since. To give some background, me and Barry, we're having a little bit of early morning nucky before we go up for our usual routine of getting the kids up. Barry, being his energetic self, arrived sooner than I'd hoped, somewhat anticlimactic, but usually he's on form as can go like a steamboat. We coined the name Steamboat Barry when we first got married. As we had plenty of time, so decided to venture downstairs and start breakfast. I put on my robe and he just a t-shirt because his PJ bottom were in the dryer located in the kitchen. We got down to the kitchen, which is open to the dining room, and Barry sat at the dinner table while I put the coffee on and we were just having a chat. This is where it all kicked off. As I put the mug down on the table for Barry, my ring became stuck in the handle, causing me to throw hot black coffee all over Barry's pubic area and ball sack. Before I could move, he jumped up with squawking like an old dog and smacked what I can only describe as his purple end on the edge of the table and slipping on the laminate, causing him to fall forwards and catching what I later found out to be his ball bag in the fold of the wooden folding table. Before I could even pick the empty mug up, he was cupping his cock and balls, repeating, "I've ripped my knob off," which I believe woke the kids up, although it could have been the screaming. He ran bow-legged to the kitchen and stuck his manhood under the sink, whimpering as the kids ran into the dining room, wondering why Terry's coffee all over the floor. I'm stood frozen holding an empty cup, and their dad is washing his torn coin purse under the tap. I didn't say very much about what happened, and after the whole fiasco was over they sat down for breakfast and all seemed fine until my oldest asked why there was a big tuft of pubic hair sticking out of the table. Too long didn't read. I threw hot coffee over my husband, causing him to trap his genitals in the kitchen table, waking and scaring our kids. Stories like this make me think that a nudist cooking competition would be simultaneously a very dangerous and hilarious concept. Damn, all I got to say is poor Barry. They call him Baron now. Not calling around to yours for coffee. Is him and Sack okay now? It'll never be okay. That's one fucking hell of a title. Today I fucked up by trying to make the rules on Today I Fucked Up more cohesive. Hey everyone, I just wanted to let you know that the rules are, hopefully, a little more simplified now, and hopefully they make a bit more sense than before. Hashtag rules. Rule 1, easy formatting stuff. All titles must start with Today I Fucked Up. That's the sub where you are. Just do it. All posts must have at least 750 characters in the body. Tell us a good story. All posts must have a too long didn't read at the end. Some of us are too lazy to read your story. Sorry. Rule 2, must be about you. Today I fucked up. Not your grandma, not some dude you saw in the newspaper. Rule 3, must be your fault. No victim blaming. No Today I fucked up by getting robbed / scammed / mugged / raped. Those are not your fault. Those are not your fault. Just because something bad happened to you doesn't mean it's your fault. Rule 4, no overly vulgar / wanton posts. No pissing / shitting your pants. No incest / rape / sex with minors / bestiality. No death of animals. No glorification of major crimes. Rule 5, not a fuck up. No humble brags or stories that have zero consequences and don't go anywhere. Today I fucked up by sexy sex. Moderator discretion. Rule 6, be civil. No racism / bigotry / homophobia / transphobia. No personal attacks on other users. No name calling. No low effort this didn't happen type comments. Today I fucked update. If you are posting a follow-up post to update us on your story, you can start it with Today I fucked update - So the rules are still in the spirit of the subreddit, but hopefully they make a bit more sense, and are a bit easier to read through. As a bit of backstory, for a while we were removing almost everything, realized that this wasn't the way to handle it, and then for a while we were removing almost nothing. This is an attempt to get both the users and the mods to try to steer the subreddit back into a middle ground of fucking up without fucking everything that moves. Thanks for coming to my TED Mod Talk. I'll be around for a while to try to answer questions and pass blame onto someone else. Too long didn't read. New rules, sort of. Wash your hands. Edit. Today I fucked update, my inbox is starting to get overwhelmed, so here's a general FAQ of the thread so far. Can you force the too long didn't read to go at the top/bottom? It sucks making it at the bottom/top. A. It's up to the author of the post. Q. Can you not with the fake stories? A. If they're super obviously impossibly fake, then we remove them. Take stuff on the internet with a grain of salt though. Q. Can you go back to making NSFW posts only on the weekend? A. Back when they were only on the weekends, people complained that we were too restrictive, but we'll post a poll soon so we can get better community input on this topic. Q. Can you ban excessive acronyms? I don't want to hear about how JB did RQ in the BH and then went to DC on the DL. A. Maybe. I'll talk to the other mods about it. Q. 750 characters? Whito. A. It keeps stories from being too vague and boring. You'll thank us next semester when you take Creative Writing 101. The real answer here is that we were trying to create an objective standard so mods weren't removing posts that they didn't think were good enough. Q. Isn't it today I fucked up? WTF mods? A. That's not actually a requirement anymore, and hasn't been for years. Q. These rules fucking suck. These rules are amazing. A. That wasn't a question. We try to thread the needle as well as we can, but we can't please everyone all the time. Sorry. Rule 5 fucking thank you. Hate the amount of hey I had the sex and farted funny haha remember I had CX posts. Yikes, at least try and make your story realistic, man. r/that happened me right. Fucking repost. No you. Where's the poorly written smut? I can't fap to this. Today I fucked up by dressing as a sexy moderator for Halloween. Today I fucked up by throwing a high-pitched ringing device in a public trash bin and ran away. I've been a type 1 diabetic since I was 8 years old. I wear 2 devices on me at all times, a wireless constant glucose monitor, CGM, that allows me to track my blood sugar on my phone, and a wireless insulin pump known as an Omnipod. The pump pods are disposable. I put a new one on every 3 days or so. One annoying thing about the pump is that, if the pod fails for whatever reason prior to expiration, it lets out a shrill, constant alarm. There are 2 ways to shut this alarm off: using my device to disarm it and replace the pod, or, in the rare event I don't have my device or it can't make a connection, using a paperclip to break through a tiny hole on the back and poke its insides until it stops. Fast forward to today, in a highly public place, my pod fails and lets out its cry. People are nervously looking around as I run into the bathroom, tear it off of my upper thigh, and attempt to disarm it. We can't make a connection. I'm banging it on the toilet, hoping it'll crack. These things are indestructible, apparently. I run out of the bathroom, looking for someplace I can find a paperclip thing. So, in a last-ditch effort, I shove it far down in a trash bin, cover it up with some trash to hopefully mask some of the noise, and book it. Not far from the door, 2 Chicago PD step in front of me and ask if they can speak to me for a moment. It hits me that I've just shoved an alarming device deep within a trash bin and ran away from it. The first cop asks me what I put in the trash back there. What the hell was that thing? It's my insulin pump. You just threw your insulin pump away? He asked, unconvinced. I explained the whole thing to him, and I guess I rambled. He still wasn't sold. They radio for other cops to come stare at me. A half an hour passes and they take me outside to their car. How is it humid and cold at the same time today? Why did I just wear a t-shirt? Fuck, my t-shirt has so many tears in it because I think I'm fashionable, but now I just look like a dick. Another cop has brought out my pump. They have it on the hood of another cop car. I can still hear it ringing. I guess a bomb dog is coming. What a good boy. I can prove it to you. I'm showing him the Omnipod device and googling pictures of pods. He seems more convinced, since this thing hasn't exploded yet, and he found out about my food blog. As your favorite steak? The other cop asks me. One of the newer cops says his cousin has one of these and it did this at the bar one time. The moral of the story is to always carry a paper clip in your pocket, you never know when you'll need it. Too long didn't read. Today I fucked up by throwing my failed, alarming disposable insulin pump in a public trash bin because I couldn't disarm it. Then spent the morning trying to explain to the Chicago PD that it wasn't a bomb and why I'd throw my insulin pump away. I like how the cop takes the possible bomb out of the trash and places it on the cop car before getting the bomb dog. Yay, this was handled very poorly on their part. From an outside perspective it would seem like cop did just leave a bomb in public, and the cops were way too casual about it. Ha ha ha, this happened to me at a very public beach when I was like 14, turns out no one has paper clips at the beach. Weird. Ha ha. The question about the steak got me lemao. I didn't understand it, could you please explain? Is this all a ploy to get traffic to your food blog? I wish lol. One of the newer cops says his cousin has one of these and it did this at the bar one time. It's like the fence guys in King of the Hill. Them dang ol' insulin pumps. Yep, you get the feeling if it had been a bomb, they would have poked it with a stick. If it was even suspected of being a bomb, no way in hell the cop would be reaching in the garbage can, pulling it out, walking around with it, and leaving it on the hood of the car. They'd evacuate the area and call bomb squad. Bombs don't beep, they don't draw attention. Bombers don't hang around a planted bomb, let alone admit to it. They all knew what was going on from the start. I'd wager they just had nothing better to do, so decided to hang out and question op.